receive and detect information from our environment because we have a highly developed nervous system. Plants are no exception. Plants don't have nerves for controlling and coordinating their activities. So, how do they respond to the stimuli? Plants respond to stimuli with the help of chemical compounds secreted whenever they are needed. Plants generally show two types of movements. They are growth independent movement and growth dependent movement. For example, the touch me not plant of the mimosa family folds up and droops when touched. The leaves of this sensitive plant move quickly in response to touch, but this movement is not associated with any type of growth. So this is a growth independent movement. But however, in a seed, when germinates, the roots grow downwards while the stem grows upwards and into the air. This type of movement is a growth dependent movement. Plant movements also happen during the response. For example, these growths can be directional and non-directional. If the movement occurs in the direction of the stimulus, we call it as a tropic movement. Environmental triggers such as light or gravity determine the direction of the growth of a plant. If the plant grows towards the stimulus, then we call it as positive tropism. And if it is growing away from the stimulus, we call it as negative tropism. There are most common types of tropisms known as phototropism and geotropism. In case of the word photo means light, whereas the word geo means gravity. Plant stems grow towards light, so they show positive phototropism and negative geotropism as they grow away from gravity. Plant roots grow in search of water and away from light, so they show negative phototropism and positive geotropism. Pea plant, a climber, generally climbs up other plants or fences by means of tendrils, which are their weak stems. Tendrils are sensitive to touch. When the plant comes in contact with any support, it twines itself around that object and it clings to this, and this type of movement, or it is an example for thigmotropism. So when we see that the plants are responding to the stimuli, we can't see it in a quick manner. It is a slow response and it happens in a particular direction. As this growth is directional, it appears as if the plant is moving. Hydrotropism is another example for a growth response in which the direction is determined by the stimulus of water. Chemotropism is generally the movement caused by the chemical stimulus. For example, the growth of the pollen tubes towards the ovules. Now, let's compare the movement in animals when compared to the movement in plants. The movement of a sensitive plant, as in case of mimosa, in response to touch, it is very quick, whereas the movement of a sunflower plant in response to day or night is quite slow. So always the growth related movements in plants will be even slower. Even in case of animal bodies, growth is not observed very quick. And the directions of growths are in a controlled manner. Say for example, our fingers and arms grow in a controlled manner in a particular direction, but not in an uneven manner. Controlled movements can also be slow or fast. For fast responses, the information transfer has to be quick. The electrical impulses are an excellent means for that. But generally, electrical impulses reach only those cells that are connected by the nervous tissue, and they do not happen in every cell in an animal body. Also, cannot continuously create and transmit electrical impulses. For this, our body uses chemical communication of hormones. Generally, stimulated cells in the brain and other parts of the body release chemical compounds called hormones which diffuse all around the cell. If the cells present around them are having some receptors to detect this chemical compound and the information carrying, they will be having the ability to transmit this information. Even though this process is slower, but it is very potential as it reaches all the cells regardless of having nervous connections. Plants also use such type of system. They have various hormones which help to coordinate growth and development and response to the environment. These hormones are synthesized at places away from where they act. From there, they diffuse to the area of action. Now let's consider again the touch-me-not plant or the mimosa. This sensitive plant responds to touch. Here there are not any nervous systems or muscle tissues to detect touch. So how does it respond? Yes, it's simple. In case of mimosa, like animals, plants also use an electrical chemical means to convey this information that someone is touching it, and this information is conveyed from cell to cell, and that is why the point where a plant has been touched differs from the part that actually moves. In case of mimosa plant, where chemicals and movement of water in the plant cells control the movement of the leaves. This movement is independent of growth. Now, like animals, plant cells must change shape in order for movement to happen. But we don't have any muscle proteins like plants don't have any muscle proteins like animals. So plants simply change the shape of their cells by reducing the amount of water. So this results either in swelling or shrinking of the leaf, depends on water change. Now in case of mimosa, as the water decreases, it shrinks. Such responses are called nastic responses. Unlike tropic movements in plants, nastic movements do not occur in the direction of stimulus. Other examples are opening and closing of flowers, movement of the Venus flytrap. Coming to the plant hormones, different types of plant hormones are auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins, and abscisic acid. Auxins are present in the tips of the plants. Say, if one side of the plant is exposed to light, auxins diffuse towards the shady side of the shoot, and this concentration of auxin stimulates the cells to grow longer. And now the stem will bend towards the source of the light. So here auxin is causing cell elongation. So auxins are the hormones that promote and regulate the growth and development of the plants. They also help in cell differentiation. Coming to the second most important hormone, it is gibberellins. Gibberellins are generally important in the elongation of internodes. That means they help in the increase of the stem length. They also play a role in the growth of the plant along with auxins. Cytokinins promote cell division. They are present in large numbers, generally in the areas where rapid cell division occurs, such as examples are like fruits and seeds. They also promote the opening of stomata in plants. Plants also need signals to stop growing, which is provided by the hormone abscisic acid. Abscisic acid inhibits growth, and its effects generally include wilting of the leaves and also closing of the stomata. Thank you.